Hey everybody, clearing. All right, this is going to be a divine feminine support read. Let's see what we get. I haven't got any preconceived notions about what we're meant to see here, so let's see. What divine creator, what would you like to talk to the divine feminine collective about at this time? Okay, we have two very distinct piles. Over here we have strength in the reverse, which always is humility for me. And then we have three other cards in the reverse. We have the Four of Swords, which is healing after the heartache of the Three of Swords, third-party situations, things that haven't worked out, misconceptions. It's also the Four of Coins, so 44 for those who love that number. But this is opening the heart space, beginning to push past the comfort zone of hanging on to things too tightly. Talks about letting go of the divine counterpart as well, letting go of control issues, letting go of fear, letting go of lack of trust, en route to deepening the knowing. This is one of the Be Still and Know cards. So they go hand in hand. Opening the heart comes naturally when we feel like we know things. It gives us peace, peace that passes understanding. The Bible says that. But when we attune to the proper alignment of the divine and not put it on the person, we're protected energetically. We know what's going on. When we focus on our own inner knowing, our own connection with Source, our own trust, we can open our hearts because we know better as we navigate what to engage in and what to refrain from. And then we have this soul spark, the inspiration, new inspiration getting ready to come in. Divine feminines, as you let go of control, step into knowing, humbly walk forward, the spark of life can take root in your life. Things take on a different meaning. Okay, let's see what the divine feminines are meant to, get it from here. So what are the divine feminines meant to do with this information at this time? How are the divine feminines meant to go forward? Okay, we have two more piles over here and over here. So this one, this and that are true. I'm hearing your twin connection is true and your sovereign expression and path in life is equally true. Slow and steady wins the race. Spirit has your back, and tend to the small things. So, you know, when you pay attention to the details coming from a proper alignment, you know, keeping an open heart, not getting involved in things that don't sit right, but staying open and just walking humbly forward with all the small decisions, trusting that Spirit has your back, taking your time, honoring that there are varying ways of looking at things. As long as you take care of this energetic position that you're always in, your alignment is up to you, divine feminines. So if you get let down, it's because you've put yourself in a scenario. I just heard that you had no business forcing. That your heart has enough space in it for all realities to play out. You don't have to attach to the ones or connect with the ones that aren't harmoniously aligned with yours. that's your bad. If you try and, you know, turn a blind eye to something that's not appropriately compatible. Okay, and the other pile we got was be generous of spirit and you are never alone. So yeah, give freely from that place of abundance without expectation of things in return. And trust that you've always got enough. You've always got your connection to source. Your guides are always there. But be generous of spirit. Do things because they feel good to do, not because you'll get in return. So that's just a reminder, I suppose, from Spirit, Divine Feminines. Okay, let's get into what is going on in the Divine Feminine emotional, mental, and physical layers right now at this time. What can we see, Divine Creator, for the Divine Feminine's emotional, mental, and physical layers at this time? What are the Divine Feminines navigating? Well, that I always like to say our worlds are being turned upside down when that happens, but let's see what else we get. Unconditional love, making changes. Okay, so we got the Ace of Coins, self-love, or sorry, Ace of Cups, self-love embodied, making the changes, juggling, budgeting. You don't know if you're coming or going right now, Divine Feminines. This is on the emotional layer. So if you're having trouble changing directions, knowing what to do, go into meditation. The universe is putting you in a standstill right now so that you can step out of your comfort zone. Two of Wands is the key card for this energy. So more self-love, do what you can, bit by bit. Tend to the little things. We saw that message already. So it seems like a bottleneck energy for you, Divine Feminines. There's a lot piling up, or maybe just so many decisions coming in, things needing to change, or possibly you're at a bit of a standstill with not a lot on your plate. I'd like to know who those people are at this point. But regardless, you do have some little adjustments, things that you can be focusing on that will put you out of your comfort zone. So if that's new projects, bit by bit, starting to venture into, you know, making new friends, being part of a new community, getting yourself out there, your name out there, your work out there, all of that kind of an energy, getting out into the world. There's an emotional preparation coming in for launching the new you, I just heard, but there is a becoming, a brand new ascended way of being. So make all of your decisions for this new expression that you're moving into with consciousness. Ask the divine. There is a halo here around this person's crown chakra because they have been given this pause, a grace period, to make decisions that will be beneficial, with self-love included. So Divine Feminines, it is a brand new world coming up in 2022. It is potentially a very big year for unions as well. So this is a grace period. This is a time to lay a foundation, one pentacle at a time, one step at a time, one detail at a time. Emotionally, understand, don't default to your old ways of making decisions. Utilize this time period, this grace period, for brand new, solid decisions going forward that will get you out of your comfort zone, into the world, into your higher timelines. Okay, conscious mind. Oh, we're getting anxiety. Oh, 8. Okay. 9 and 10 of swords. And justice. So we do have the 1, 2, 3 energy here again. We've got the 9 to the 10. This is anxiety, sleepless nights, a lot of overthinking about things that haven't resulted in justice. So this is legal matters, divorces, this can be business, contracts, things that don't feel fair regarding your twin dynamics, all of that. But there is an ending of the forsaken rock bottom energy You can't hold up in that forever, Divine Feminines. You've got to let it go and trust that there is a reason and a season for everything. We get a gardening card as the key card. 7 of Coins is investing in things. It's an investment card. It's a pros and cons. It's looking at the big picture, looking at what is worth your while, what is worth your investment. In the reverse, this is, I'm getting pulling the plug from things that have not resulted in the fruits you want to bear in your life. Alignments that have not made sense, even though you thought they looked good on paper or thought that they offered something, but the fruits just aren't there. They're not ripening. So it is time to really see that as an energetic indicator of what is worthwhile and what isn't in your life, and no regrets. You know, you've made choices, you've lived through those things. It's time to release, time to let go. This is mostly karmic energy that I'm feeling, so that you're not going to repeat patterns of the past, so that you're not going to invest in things. Could be New Year's resolutions not to rush, not to hurry into things prematurely, or, you know, put all of your eggs in a basket or something like that. I'm hearing now farming. Count your chickens before they're hatched. Don't do that, Divine Feminines. This is about being practical, being grounded, being realistic, and vowing to yourself to really pay attention to where you're getting ahead of yourself and what warrants investment of energy and what doesn't, and resources, all of that. Time to invest in self, I just heard. And not scenarios that keep leaving you high and dry. Even in the twin connection, I'm being told, that should be another energetic support for you to let go. If your divine counterpart is not investing in your situation equally, that is basic energetics. You should not desire somebody who is not showing up willingly wanting to invest. So you're drawing a line in the sand, I'm hearing, and not wanting to invest in things, even the twin connection, if it's not being reciprocated. Okay, in the physical. Wow, 3 major arcana so far, 4 major arcana. We got the Moon, the Strength, the Chariot, and the Devil as the key card. In the reverse, don't you worry. So we have the Devil in the reverse, meaning illusion is being seen through. The shadows are being learned from. The 3D, the materialism, the, you know, what meets the eye is losing its importance. You're coming into your strength. You're seeing your full potential or glimpsing it. Secrets have come to light. Your subconscious has informed you. Energetically, you're understanding what warrants going forward or not. The Chariot in the reverse can mean a deepening of the understanding of what is truly worthy, energetically worthy to go forward to, because you are in this empowered energy of strength. Because there are no secrets. Your secrets are coming to light. Your imprinting, your assumptions, the things that you thought you were going for in certain situations, your motives, all of that is being known to you. And so now you're empowered, because this is where you can make clear decisions. This is where you know what you're really wanting and how to decide what direction to go, because you know yourself, Divine Feminine. The illusion that others have you figured out better than you can figure yourself out is going away, I'm hearing here as well. And so it is about energetically only moving forward to the things that are right for you because of your knowing, and having the strength to go forward to those things, and seeing through all of the fears that would keep you playing small with it, Divine Feminine. Okay, so let's get an emotional, I should have done this along with it, but let's get an emotional energetic card. Simultaneity, nonlinear processing, and epiphany. So again, these were the cards with self-love, making small changes going forward bit by bit, having these epiphanies because you're remembering to ask the divine, what is this pause in my life? What is this grace period for? What should I be doing right now to prepare for my new life coming up in 2022? And this is the Two of Wands, twin flame card, stepping out of comfort zone. So just know that your divine counterpart is simultaneously going through epiphanies and processing, and what you do for self, you do for others. So even if you're not in communication, keep doing what you know you need to do, your due diligence to get yourself into the freeing, you know, free spirit energy where anything is possible, and it's not going to be a catch-up game once the opportunities and abundance start coming in even more fully for you, divine feminine. No time like the present. Okay, on the conscious mind, we got, oh, you should have seen that catch. It was good catch. On the conscious mind, we're getting standstill, suspended animation, and holding space. Yeah, so there has been, you know, anxiety, there's been rock bottom in the past. Many of these twin connections have afforded spiritual awakening, a deepening level of awareness of reality, cause and effect, and they've needed to take a long time for it to sink in, for the lessons to be seen and not pinned on the counterpart or any person for that matter, to have self-accountability. These connections have taken so long to come in so that there are no ifs, ands, or buts about our own personal accountability and what is worth our time to invest in or not. It's been a huge gift on this journey. It's also allowed us to really reap the understanding of things that haven't been fair in the past, divine feminines. So it's been good food for thought because the twin connections have not rolled in quickly after divorces or leaving karmic situations, other injustices. There hasn't been a going from one to the next and a prevention of the healing that is needed. So this is a grace period. I'm getting that energy again. I think that came through a bit in the earlier part of the reading. So it's about finishing up old ways of looking at things where it was more an eye for an eye, competition, lack, loss, and moving much more into what is of value, what is fair, what is within our control, what does warrant investing in. So that it is a pause. Be thinking about these things. It's a good energetic reset this time of year. And a card for the physical realm for divine feminines. We get luminosity, empowerment, and forward motion. Yeah, with the Chariot here, getting that energetic layer dialed in where, again, secrets have come to light. You're in your empowerment, your strength. You're not moving forward on fillers, you know, anything that comes your way. You're being grounded, practical before moving forward. You're being a realist. You're seeing through the temptations, the illusions, and really looking at the light, your alignment. Light body activator, because you are stepping into influence in the world, even more so than just, you know, following the crowd or emulating the status quo. You are really becoming more of an influence of light into the world. Okay, what final messages? What do the divine feminines need to know going forward in the near future? Wow, there are still divine feminines. We just got that card, the Ten of Swords in the conscious mind. So there are still attitudes that are going to be coming to light for each one of the divine feminines to really once and for all leave that forsaken, left for dead, victim, rock bottom energy, forsaken, where you do not feel loved or worthy. There are still things needing to come to light about that. I'm going to pull some clarifiers. Okay, what is it, Divine Creator, that the Divine Feminines are still needing to know about this Ten of Swords energy? First card that comes out, keep an open mind. This is the letting go of assumptions. If a belief causes you pain, Divine Feminines, if a belief throws you into suffering like this, open your mind up to ask to be shown the light. Ask to be shown an interpretation of what's going on in your reality that is not so in the box, you know, it's not so stubborn or steadfast on something being a negative assessment. Open your mind, Divine Feminines, especially coming up. There are going to be things that are counterintuitive that you will be blessed to see the truth of, whereas before you may have been thrown into suffering because of maybe interpreting something in a cliche 3D fear-based illusion kind of way. You know, you were indoctrinated into the cautionary statements of the world just like everyone else, but it is up to you to come up and out of that. If you are thrown into suffering, question your reality, question the way that you're interpreting, question if it's necessary to believe that way. And we're also getting communication and opening your heart. So this is like benefit of the doubt. Instead of being triggered and jumping to conclusions regarding communication with others, motives of others' hearts, asking the right questions, asking for understanding, not judgment. So if something is making you feel like you're in this forsaken energy, if somebody says something or does something, be curious about what else it could be rather than what you assumed it might have been. I'm just getting that through this holiday season, there's going to be many opportunities to see people that you are so accustomed to seeing in certain ways through fresh eyes. And so it shall be, I just heard. Yeah. Seeing everybody for who they are more clearly, Divine Feminines, that is part of mastery, not running it through your own ego filters, but really dropping that filter, becoming a more clear channel and enlightened as this sun turns to the upright. Okay, many blessings, Divine Feminines. Bye for now.